Hello and welcome back to ABAP programming course for beginners by amarman.com. In this video, we will discuss about modules in SAP and consultants in SAP. So we will discuss about modules in SAP and then we will discuss about SAP consultants. So let's get started. The first thing is when we talk about modules in SAP, then we had learned earlier that SAP has thousands of applications to meet the needs of various departments of any business. Now, these applications are grouped into business functions within an ERP system, also known as modules. So, a module or an SAP module consists of applications because applications are grouped together in the form of modules. So, a module consists of applications to meet the business function of a department. Now, an SAP consultant is specialized in one or more modules. So, if you are an SAP consultant, it is expected that you specialize in one or more modules. Fine. And we have many modules in SAP. I think almost approximately more than 100 modules are there in SAP. And as an example purpose, we can say that let's say we have the SD module. So SD module is for the sales and distribution department. Similarly, we have MM module. So MM module is for materials management department and so on. So in short, we have a lot of functional modules in SAP based on the various departments that a business might have. SAP has created modules in SAP. So if I talk about functional modules, then we can say that we have, for example, SAP SD, SAP MM, SAP HCM, then SAP FI, Finance, SAP CO, Controlling, SAP PP, Production Planning, SAP QM, Quality Management, SAP PM, Plant Maintenance, and so on. So approximately there are 50 to 100 modules. Now, these modules are known as the functional modules of SAP. And the primary function of these function modules is to provide business function solutions. Now, a consultant who works in a function module are known as functional consultants. So we can say over here that a consultant who works in functional module are known as functional consultants. So what is the primary role of these functional consultants? We will discuss about that later. But to be a functional consultant, you must have domain knowledge and expertise in that domain. For example purpose, let's say if you are working in HCM module, human capital management module, also known as the HR module, then you must have knowledge of HR processes and how the HR department operates. Then only you will be able to map the functions in the SAP system with the actual business process of the HR department. Now, apart from functional modules, we even have technical modules in SAP. So we say here technical modules. Now, what are the technical modules in SAP? Basically, we have a lot many technical modules in SAP, and the consultants working in the technical modules, they are known as technical consultants, and they will develop business applications based on requirement. So under technical modules, we have, for example, SAP ABAP, SAP ABAP on HANA. Then we can say we have SAP WebIntro, we have SAP Workflow. Then we have, for example, SAP HANA. So we have SAP HANA consultants. Then we have HANA modeling consultants. Then we can have SAP BI consultant. They are known as SAP BI stands for Business Intelligence. SAP BI consultant. Then we can have SAP UI5 consultant, SAP Fiori consultant. So all these are the technical modules of SAP, and we still have some more technical modules there. So this is just a brief list of the technical modules in SAP. What these people will do, obviously they will develop business applications based on business requirement. So if we are learning SAP ABAP, obviously we will be working in the technical module of SAP, and we will be called as technical consultant. Now we can also say that there is also a third type of consultants or module in SAP, which is known as the administrators. So we call them as system administrators. System administrators. Now, what is the main role of system administrators? So this module, and the main role of a system administrator would be to keep the system, SAP system, optimum for smooth functioning and for smooth run, and to handle roles and authorizations, to maintain the security of the SAP system, and so on. So basically, there are some modules in the administration part of SAP, which is known as SAP Basis, then SAP Security, and let's say SAP GRC, to name a few. So these are some admin related modules in SAP. Fine. So obviously, as a SAP consultant, you will try to gain knowledge in various modules. If you can, gain knowledge in multiple modules, that will definitely bring more weightage to you as a SAP consultant. Okay, now that we have understood that basically our SAP system is comprising of various modules, and each module caters to the need of a business department, then and we have specialized people to work in those modules, because SAP is a very large and complex system, and they definitely require specialized people to work for a particular module. Then let's talk about the consultants in SAP, or in other words, the users of SAP system. So which will include consultants as well. So we say here users of SAP system. Now, who are the users of SAP system? Obviously, first one would be the consultants. Now, consultants are subject matter experts in one or more modules of SAP, and we can have, let's say, a functional consultant who works in the functional module. They are known as the functional consultants. Then we can have the technical consultant. So, consultants who work in the technical module of SAP. Consultant who works in the technical module of SAP. Obviously, we can have system administrators. That is what we learned earlier in the previous slide. So we have system administrators in the form of SAP basis consultant. So consultants are the uh, experts who is required to run the SAP system. So whether it's they are a functional consultant or technical consultant or the system administrators. Now, apart from consultant, the people who actually use the SAP system for achieving their day-to-day business activity, they are known as end users. So end users are the people who use SAP system in a productive environment to carry out their day-to-day activities. So these are known as end users. For example, you can say example is salespersons, salespeople. So just remember, these are the persons who actually are doing the business activity, who are actually running the business. So salespeople, or maybe accountants, or maybe the warehouse team, and so on, right? So these are the actual end users. These are the actual users of the SAP system, And the consultants, like the technical consultant or the functional consultant, they are there to support the system. They are there to map the SAP system to meet the requirements of the end users. All right. So this is the key point here. One more thing that we can understand here is that why SAP system is so popular. One of the main reason of SAP system's popularity is that it can be configured to meet the requirement of a particular business. So basically, the functional consultant configures the SAP system to map it with the business process of the organization. So one of the main reason why SAP system is so popular is because the SAP system is highly configurable, and thus can be configured and customized to meet the business process of any organization. All right. And if in case there is a development requirement, so those development requirement will be fulfilled by the technical consultant. So based on requirement, the technical team is responsible to develop the object. And what is the job of the administration team? The basis team takes care of smooth running of the SAP system. So these are some major modules in SAP. In short, these are the major modules in SAP, and we have also learned that the consultants who work in these modules, they are known as SAP consultants, and we have specialized SAP consultants whose day-to-day activity will be based on the type of module in which they are working, right? If you are into technical module, you will develop programs. If you are into functional module, you will spend your time in configuration and customization of the SAP system. And if you are into system administration module, then your main work will be to keep the SAP system optimized for smooth functioning and smooth run of the SAP system. So that's all in this video. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, then please subscribe and hit the bell icon.